This is Buying the Hobby, where sports meets strategy and every card tells a story. From breakout stars to monster pools, we break it down so you know who to chase and when to strike. Let's dive in.
And Dante, welcome back. I was informed it's episode 11.
Episode 11.
Episode 11 today.
We have flown through.
I know, dude.
It's already June.
So we shoot these once a week. That means we're 11 weeks into this. It doesn't feel like
12
it, does it?
actually.
12, you're right. Oh, yeah, because you weren't here that one
Yeah,
week.
I wasn't here a week.
Yeah, that's nuts. How's it going, man?
Dude, it's going great. My 1 year's this week.
I know. Hey,
I've been at the company
congratulations.
for a year.
Congratulations.
I'm still not on the website.
Still no photo. Zach, if you're here, if you're listening, get this guy's photo on the
I've
website.
I've been begging. I want to get on the website. I just want to be cool. I want to be next to like the OGs. Because it's like the OGs, honestly.
They did me dirty in that picture. I gotta if we can
think
put
it's
up
a
the
good
picture
photo.
here.
I think it's a good photo. It's
Dude,
literally
I
all
look like
the
a
OGs.
rat.
Like you have to be here a year plus basically to be on the website right
That's
now.
fair. Yeah.
So maybe once I get to the 12th of June,
I'm
then I
saying.
get up.
Hey, listen, don't. Yeah, you could be pushing it to 2 years now that you're bringing it up. I'm just letting you know.
No, I'm getting
Don't
old.
jump
I'm
the
getting
gun.
old, dude. Honestly being at the company, it has flown by this year.
Right?
It really has.
It has.
It
I
has
know.
flown by. I've gone through every release.
That's how I feel. Dude.
Every release. Yeah, you've been here for a little bit.
It feels like it's been forever. Like I've been here forever, but the
Mhm.
days go by so fast. Like I just passed my 3 years.
Wow,
Nuts.
really?
Yep.
Congratulations.
So, I appreciate
That's
it.
awesome. Yeah, no, it was a good year around the what do you call it? Around the sun.
Yep.
And there spins.
I
We
don't
did a
know.
whole 365
Yes.
days. But dude, it honestly it's been a blast. Like
Heck
it
yeah.
has really been a blast.
I know.
I've had podcast experience. I've had the experience to go to PSA.
Right.
We went to Gary V. Did some stuff with Tommy.
I know a bunch of
DeVito,
famous people, which is kind of cool.
A bunch of cool stuff in my
Right.
year. So I'm blessed. So
Heck yeah.
thank you, WeTheHobby. Let's get into NBA talk because we
Yes.
are last week when we talked, we were gearing up for the NBA Finals. Hadn't started yet. Now we are 2 games in. Pacers tied with OKC, 1-1 in the series. Indiana came back in game 1.
Yep.
They were down by, I believe, 15.
Mhm.
Game 1, came back, won it because Tyrese Halliburton is that guy. And then OKC absolutely blew out
Well,
Indiana.
you want to know what was funny was it almost, I don't want to say it feels rigged, but it almost does. If you look, so they won the first game, right?
Mhm.
Indiana won game 1. Going into game 2, my assumption was going to be the line was going to be at 6.5, 7.5 maybe.
Mhm.
It opens at 10, OKC
Yep.
minus 10.5. And I'm like, all right, it'll drop. It goes up to 11.5.
Yep.
And I was like, okay,
And they
well,
covered too.
everybody's going to be hammering Indiana plus 11.5 because that's what the public is going to do, especially off a nice emotional win. Give me the 11.5. They covered easy.
Dude.
It was the same thing with the Sugar Sean O'Malley fight. Everybody was on Sean at plus, what was it, 215, 230? We all knew he wasn't going to win that fight. I don't know.
And he got beat.
He got beat.
No, but it's been an interesting first 2 games because we really
Has been.
saw. Honestly, it's been all Shea.
Yeah.
Like OKC has had their secondary options in J-Dub, Chet, and you've seen a little bit of Alex Caruso, great on the defensive side.
Yep.
But really, it's just Shea. And I think we talked about this last week. All Indiana has to do is shut down Shea.
Yep.
You shut down Shea, and the series is over.
Right.
The question is, can you shut down Shea?
Yeah, that's the hard part.
And
I mean,
that's
I think
probably a no.
And I think this is showing like why he deserved his MVP. Like I understand, like yes, the Joker is absolutely phenomenal. You can argue, and a lot of people feel like he should have been the MVP, which I don't disagree with. Like, but at the same time, the NBA is not going to want to give a 3-time repeat. And SG had a pretty impressive season. Took him down in the playoffs. I know that doesn't.
Number
I know
1 overall seed too.
Right. And I know playoff basketball like doesn't matter towards like the MVP, but like this is showing like the NBA got it right in my opinion. So
And you want to talk about like everything going OKC's way this year? I mean, understandably so. Number 1 seed,
yep.
MVP, and possibly NBA champion. You don't see that too often,
No.
honestly, anymore. You really don't see it too often. Just MVP, champion.
I think LeBron may
Probably
maybe not actually.
no, I don't even think so because he didn't win MVP in his
wanna look that
Miami
up.
days when he was with Miami, when he won the championship. The only one that could be would be Jokic his year, but I think that was Embiid. Embiid won the finals, or won the MVP when Jokic won the finals.
Yeah.
So it probably hasn't been done in a while.
The last player to win both the NBA MVP and the Finals MVP. You want to take a guess?
Probably Tim Duncan.
No, it's Steph Curry.
Oh, makes
2014-15.
sense. Makes sense.
Steph Curry. That's interesting.
Yeah. They honestly they probably had number 1 overall seed that year, so that'd be the same thing if I had to guess.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I was just interesting. But do you think Indiana has a chance being tied 1-1?
No, I don't. Unfortunately, I wanted to, and like I was preaching it. Like last time we had this pod, it's gonna be that would be like that would be so impressive if they, like I said, I thought they were the worst team going into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I think SGA is too good. You know, I think you're right. Like they need to shut down SGA in order to have
them to 25.
Yeah,
Indiana will win.
Right. I don't
have to hold him to 25.
I don't see that happening.
Because I don't think J-Dub's he's been good, but he hasn't been impressive enough to be that legit two option for them that can take the weight if SGA is getting shut down.
What do you think? Do you think that Indiana can?
I think it's gonna end up 2-2. Indiana's gonna split at home. I think OKC wins the next game, and then Indiana can win game 4.
I'm out of curiosity. I'm gonna take a wild guess. It's gonna be OKC minus 4.5, 3.5.
It's probably close. Let me pull it up. Just because I don't think OKC will be able to take both. They're minus 5.5.
OKC
minus 5.5 in game 3 in Indiana. I just can't see this. I think it's gonna go 6 or 7. Everybody thought it was gonna go 5.
And I know we're gonna talk about it here in a second, I would assume, but like Halliburton he's been so clutch. Like in the Indiana Pacers have been clutch. They've been down 20, 15, and they come all the way back. I feel like that's the trajectory that I feel like this is gonna go.
Yep.
Like them being down a lot of points and then having to come back, and I don't see OKC letting their foot off the gas.
It's so fascinating. I keep seeing this stat like every day because it keeps getting brought up because Halliburton keeps hitting a new game-winning shot.
Yeah.
Halliburton, since I believe it's 1997, is currently 3rd in most game-winning shots under, I believe, 5 seconds. 5 seconds or less. It's like LeBron. Can't remember who's first, but Halliburton's 3, which is very impressive for only being the guy in probably 2 playoffs.
Right.
And last year, I think he hit 1, and then he's hit
4.
3 or 4 this playoffs already.
That's insane.
And we talked about his car market last week.
Right.
Only goes up when he hits another one in game 1. Like I wonder what if that Halliburton were to sell after game 1,
what it would have sold for
finite.
Yeah.
What would that? Yeah, what would that sell
I
for
know.
now? Would it be even more? 160 grand instead of 130 grand?
Yeah. Do you quick flip that? No, I think it's too soon, especially for a car to that magnitude.
Because you got to let that thing go unless you do it for like buy now, and you can make an extra 30K.
But I know we talked about it last time. If you had the logo man, his true logo man, seeing that black finite sell for what was it, 160?
Oh, you got to.
Or 119?
I'd put it up right now.
I would sell it right
You have to put it up.
I don't care how much of a Halley fan you are. I think it's. Let's just be honest with ourselves here. Love Halliburton. Do you see him as like future Hall of Famer out there?
Probably not, but maybe. It's easy to get in the NBA Hall of Fame.
Okay, let me rephrase it. Do you see him having a market like just Steph Curry, LeBron James?
Never. No.
Like Jason Tatum? Yes, I can. Right?
Yeah.
Tatum, those kind of guys. Well, ballpark, right?
Yeah.
Allen Iverson. I'll give him an Allen Iverson market. He's got a sick market.
Yeah, he does have a good market.
For his
he signs a lot.
For his big cards, his big older cards. But that's what I'm saying is like I don't see him as like the guy that just year after year, time after time brings his team over the edge.
I still don't think Halliburton's a superstar.
No, me neither.
I still don't think he's a superstar. He just hasn't reached that level.
Right.
He's great.
Right.
He's a star.
Very good.
He's not a superstar.
Agree.
I don't know if we've had this talk yet. I think superstars are thrown out way too often.
Oh, 100%.
I think it should be a select few of like 5, 6 superstars.
Right.
Like it's the LeBrons, it's the Currys, the Giannis. There's a debate with Jokic.
Dude.
He's exceptional, elite of all elite. But it's just like when you talk superstar, it's like the face of the magazine, the face of the league. You don't really like.
Yeah,
I don't know how to explain what I'm saying.
I see what
it's
you're
just
saying.
like
SGA
superstar because he commands an audience.
You don't think Joker does?
I think he commands it in a different aspect.
Fair.
I don't think he's necessarily. It's weird. I've seen this debate all over the internet too. Is Jokic?
Well,
a
you got a
superstar?
thing against Jokic just
He's
because
the lead of all league. Obviously, he's an MVP.
You
but
hate
he's a
Jokic
superstar.
because of freaking
Embiid.
Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, that too. Yeah. I don't like Jokic because of the Embiid thing.
What happened with Embiid?
I think he stole an MVP from LeBron or from Embiid. I think he stole an MVP from Embiid.
Embiid's a weenie.
Embiid's a 10 times better defender than Jokic, but that was never put into MVP conversations. It was only the assists, the playmaking.
Well, listen, let's be honest here. In the 90s, maybe you're right. But today, no one cares about defense in the NBA. Rudy Gobert has been the defensive player of the year a couple of times. That guy sucks at basketball.
Big man, monster out there.
There are a lot of
Used
big
to
guys.
be anyway.
There are a lot of big guys in the NBA. Rudy Gobert stinks. Do you want Rudy Gobert on your team?
Not anymore.
Oh, there's your point.
Not-
He
if
just
you're
he
paying
won
him-
it.
if you're
He
paying
won
him
it 2 years
less,
ago.
yeah.
No, he just won 2 years.
Yeah,
he
2
just
years ago.
won defensive player of the year. Defense. No offense. I know you love the. I'm
I
not
think
trying
it
to
plays a
crap on your
factor,
boy.
though. I think that's a big reason why Giannis was. I mean, Giannis was dominant, but a big reason Giannis was able to take home 2 MVPs
You think so?
because of his defense. He was a defensive player of the year caliber player with those MVPs as well. So was Joel Embiid, but nobody ever talked about Jokic.
Fair.
But I don't know. I guess I don't know. I'd be curious what other people think. But I just don't think Jokic is a superstar
Fair.
just because he doesn't.
Andy wears Carmelo Anthony's number.
Yeah, he wears Carmelo Anthony's number, but he's not that flashy.
No,
guy.
I get what you're
He's
saying.
very
I understand.
nonchalant.
Yeah, I get it.
very nonchalant.
You still got to
about
put him
his
in that category, though, dude. You have to.
play. Yeah,
He's got, 2, 3 MVPs, right?
3. Yeah.
3 MVPs, couple of chips, where he was the best player on that team, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm surprised he hasn't won NBA. Like, when he won his MVPs, like, he hasn't won NBA MVP. Or finals.
Championship?
Yeah, finals MVP.
The interesting trend was there was a trend basically where Giannis won 2 straight MVPs, and then the year he didn't win it, he won a championship. And then Jokic won 2 straight MVPs, and the year he didn't win it, he won a championship.
Interesting.
That's why I thought Joel Embiid was going to win it.
Yeah.
I thought the Sixers would probably go to the finals.
Right.
Because I thought the trend was going to continue when Embiid won. But no, I don't know. I like Jokic. He's interesting when you talk superstar and his flashiness.
Fair.
So do you think when it comes to the Indiana Pacers, if Tyrese Halliburton were to win a championship, would that put him over Reggie Miller as
The best.
I would argue like the face of the Pacers franchise?
Man. See, Reggie was there forever, though.
Yeah, he was there for a while.
You know what I
Halliburton
mean?
still has time.
Is it bad to say not yet? And listen, obviously, I'm not like an Indiana guy. Like, I don't know too much about the Pacers.
Mhm.
But, like, if I knew one person that played for the Pacers, it was Reggie Miller. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It comes back to, like, yes, has he done more, obviously, winning a championship? But, like, I mean, when you think of Indiana Pacers, you think of Reggie Miller. You think of
100%.
31. So it's like, you know, it doesn't always have to come down
Who
to
will
statistics.
mean more to the
It's
to
just
the fan
like-
base though? That's what I'll pose for you.
Well, yeah.
Because I'd
that's
then
tough.
argue Halliburton. But if you're looking at it from the outside looking in, then yeah, probably Reggie Miller.
I mean, put it in the same census of where you're coming from as a person that loves Carmelo Anthony,
Mhm.
right? Who for the Knicks, Patrick Ewing or Carmelo Anthony?
Patrick Ewing.
But you would say Carmelo. I would assume no.
Honestly, no.
What about Carmelo Anthony or Jalen Brunson?
Carmelo.
Do you see what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
arguably, Jalen Brunson did better with the Knicks than Carmelo has. Am I right? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
new
no,
into
no, no.
basketball.
I get where you're going. I get where you're going.
So
I don't
that's
know, that,
why-
that one's tough. That
but
one's
I
tougher.
would also.
But
But
it's
me,
also Carmelo's will always forever be better than Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson can win a championship. I don't care. He'll
you think so?
yeah.
Yeah, you
Ja-
love. This guy
Carmelo's
loves
on a different
Melo.
level than
He
Jalen
loves
Brunson.
LeBron James or Carmelo Anthony?
Carmelo. People don't remember. I'm telling you, the kids.
Michael Jordan or Carmelo Anthony?
Pure shooter, Carmelo Anthony. The kids these days don't recognize Carmelo Anthony.
No, he was
as
a
one of the best shooters.
I
of our
wish I
generation.
got to watch him at Syracuse, dude.
I know.
Like
right?
watching old highlights of
Just
him
a
at Cuse.
baby.
Yeah, we were just babies.
So good.
So good.
It's just Carmelo was unstoppable. If Carmelo played in today, he'd average 35 to 40.
Yeah,
But he played in an era of the NBA
where
where
it was tough.
26 was like big.
Yeah, that's big.
26, 27 was big.
Yeah,
Because I don't know, games were more low scoring.
Right.
There was better defense.
most physical.
Carmelo Anthony would average 35 and
Yeah,
win
no, I
MVP
agree.
these days.
I agree.
Just his.
I'm
he's able to
just
shoot
saying
mid-range
that's
three.
where I'm coming from with the whole Reggie Miller thing, though. It's like
I get the
understand
Brunson.
like Tyrese Halliburton like statistically might be doing better, but you could say the same thing about Reggie Miller. If Reggie Miller played right now, how many points would he be averaging?
The thing is, too,
He'd probably be-
Reggie Miller only played for the Pacers.
I know
Only played for the Pacers.
that's why like I'm still, even if they win the championship, I still think I'm putting, and I don't know, Pacers fans, if you guys are listening, let me know. I still think I'm putting Reggie Miller over Tyrese Halliburton right now. If Tyrese stays with the team, balls out even more, then we could talk about it in the future. We're 2 years into his time here in Indiana, and yes, he's balled out, but like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I like I said, I think it depends on where you're looking in from. If you're looking in from the fan base, I think Halliburton could put himself above Miller as one of the most appreciated players in Pacers history. But if you're looking at from our standpoint, not Pacers fan, yeah, you're gonna go Reggie Miller.
Yeah,
because you don't really care about the fact that the Pacers won the championship. You're talking longevity there.
Yeah.
What you did for the franchise, putting him on the map.
I mean, you could argue both. You know what I mean? But I think if I had to pick, I'd go Reggie. I'd still go Reggie.
So moving on to other offseason news with the NBA, did you see Victor Wembanyama is spending his offseason with Chinese monks?
I thought that was sick.
Listen, whatever he's got to do to continue to improve his game.
I
And
think
get
that's
healthy.
a good thing.
Hopefully he is healthy. I haven't seen much news recently about, he ended season due to blood clots.
Right.
Hopefully everything's going well. But yeah, he's having a off season with the Chinese monks.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love
Findings
to
and
see
a
it.
piece.
I think it's 10 days, 10-day retreat or something like that.
It's like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's not that.
Ah,
Well,
yeah.
hopefully he's not doing
No,
other stuff.
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
no, that's
But
fair.
we know.
No, I mean, Wembanyama do whatever you got. He was playing soccer.
I love
in
to
China,
see it.
love-
Like
or Costa Rica.
I'm so excited. Like the thing is I want to buy him, and we looked at it last time. His prices really haven't gone down because people
No,
know.
yeah.
People know, and like
They're
we're
still very
we're
high.
even seeing that in like our repacks. We don't see a lot of Wemby because nobody's moving him.
Yep.
Which is smart.
Everybody's holding on to him.
I wouldn't move him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Keep him for next year because he would have won Defense Player of the Year
Yeah.
last year
Right.
if he didn't get hurt. But
They have
then
a high
Evan
draft
Mobley
pick.
taking
Like
over.
they're going to be drafting
Second
soon.
overall pick. They could be in the market for a superstar trading as well,
Right.
which would be interesting. But no, he's obviously someone I think you hold on to for now. I really wonder now, literally looking at this video of Wembanyama playing soccer in Costa Rica, do you think in Wemby's contract he has a bunch of things outlined, things not to do, given he's 7'3", 7'4"?
I think a lot of people do. I mean, we saw that with you. Remember when Patrick Mahomes signed his $500 million contract? He has a crap ton of stuff that he's not allowed to do. I would assume so. Like, I'm sure the Spurs probably had a nice little, hey, brother.
Hey, you probably shouldn't play soccer where you are kicking and running.
And you just came off a freaking blood clot in your shoulder.
Yeah.
Probably not a good idea.
No. It's like, I know Kelly Oubre for the Sixers has something in his contract about BMX biking.
Is that his thing? He does that?
Because he loves BMX biking.
Oh, sheesh.
And there's something in his contract I remember reading because then he got hurt
Right.
months back where the police report said he was struck by a car
Right.
and BMX biking.
Oh, I
while
didn't
he
know
was
that.
BMX biking, and there was like this whole thing.
When was that? A couple of years ago?
Yeah, it's probably like last year.
I do remember that.
So
yeah.
it is interesting. I'd be curious to see like a bunch of players' contracts, see what is outlined you can't do, what can you do.
Listen, on that same topic of discussion, the NFL just passed. I don't know if you saw in the Olympics they're doing flag football.
Yep.
What do you think about the NFL allowing players to be able to do that?
I think there's two sides to this.
I don't like it. I don't like it at
You
all.
don't think they should play it?
I don't think they should. No.
So here's what I always said. I always thought is this is an opportunity to see NFL players in the Olympics, but they are not the best in the world at flag football.
I agree.
They're
I agree
not the
with that.
best in the world.
It's
at flag
it's a different
football.
sport
Put in these guys
that have been doing
that
it for
train,
right.
play. I don't want to say year round, but they play seasons flag football professionally. That I would argue deserve to be in,
Agree.
and let them play.
Agree.
NFL players don't play flag football; they play tackle football.
Right. It's a different sport.
I think it'd be fun.
It would
it'd
be cool.
Cute,
Right.
cute.
It'd
But
be
is
cute.
it worth it?
Be cute seeing
Is it
Tom
worth
Brady
it?
out there.
You're trying to tell me if Justin Jefferson goes out there,
Right.
God forbid, knock on wood,
That's my whole
gets
point.
really hurt,
That's my whole point.
I'm gonna be the one mad because I got to go a whole season without watching Justin Jefferson on the field
And it'd be
and
one
can't
right.
compete for a championship.
It'd be one thing if the players were endorsed too. Like they're not getting paid to do this. They're doing to get a gold medal.
Make a requirement. You need to make less than $10 million a year.
Yeah.
Don't put my superstars out.
No, God,
I'm
no.
sorry.
I
Don't put
agree
my
100%.
Give me like Ben
And-
DiNucci playing
right.
quarterback. I don't need to see Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson.
I agree.
It's cute. It's flashy. I don't need to see it.
And let's be
Respectfully.
honest. Like I know
I know
no
it's a hot take, but
no disrespect to any other country out there, and if they do, God bless you. The U.S. is gonna win it.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter. Like this is what we do. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I don't know.
There are certain elements because I think we speak from a very I don't want to say spoiled
We are.
viewpoint,
Yeah.
but very spoiled viewpoint.
Yeah.
Where like it would be cool for Canada to see.
That was the only country where I'm like,
the
oh,
Chase,
I might be.
the Chase
I might
Browns
be.
of the world, Sydney Brown. Canada has some decent athletes.
Chase
that
Claypool playing.
that could play flag football for them, and it's not necessarily that they compete, but like
Right.
it's cool representation.
Yeah. No, I agree.
But we also speak from an American standpoint where, yeah, we got it. We literally have everybody.
Right.
Like, but listen, I don't need to see it get hurt just to put on a show.
Agree.
Yeah, because I know somebody's gonna get hurt.
Well, they want to
It's just
play.
how it's
And
gonna
they
go.
want to. It's just like
Because you're gonna try to do too much to not get your flag ripped. You're going to
Right.
pivot too hard. And
it's
you're gonna
just
proceed.
it's how it works.
It's just unfortunate. I don't want to see it. Listen, it'd be amazing,
It would be cool.
but I'm gonna stay out of it.
Right.
Something I'll wrap up the NBA talk with. There's been a lot of talk about Jason Kidd possibly to the Knicks. Thibodeau, last week we talked about, we
Ooh.
kind of broke news in a little bit away. We ended up
Yep.
perfect timing. Thibodeau got fired
Boo.
from the Knicks. People are talking about Jason Kidd going to the Knicks and being that coach. I think it's a great hire.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
The only question is, are the Mavs going to want to trade him?
He'd fit that personality out there perfect, wouldn't he? In
almost
New York,
definitely.
you know.
He just
Where do you think Tibbs is gonna go?
nowhere.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he gets. I think he goes back. I think he goes to ESPN.
That's so disrespect.
Just mainly because
thought
I don't
Tibbs
think
was
he's going to
great.
hire anybody. A lot of teams have already kind of finished their hiring process. Well, like,
The
Like
Knicks kind of
completing.
screwed him, dude.
yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah, I have a lot of Knicks friends who weren't happy about it.
I know. Yeah,
But they were also like, I understand.
I did too. Yeah.
Kid also played for the Knicks.
Yes.
And
Later in his career, right?
yeah, way later in his career. Yeah. He played for the Knicks, so it would be kind of like a reunion. It's also, if you want to lure a Giannis Antetokounmpo, there's literally nobody other than Jason Kidd because Giannis, he's said in interviews before, he literally credits Jason Kidd for his success.
Yeah.
Because Jason Kidd was in Milwaukee when Giannis was early on in his career and made him into the player he is today. So
Knicks for
if
Giannis.
there's somebody to lure in Giannis,
Brunson,
it
oh,
would
man.
be Jason.
You'd have to get rid of like OG Anunoby and
Yeah.
all those
I
guys.
keep seeing
so.
mock trades from Knicks fans, and I'm like, y'all don't realize actually how much Giannis is going to cost.
Yeah, Giannis is going to be.
It's not just
Could be
Carl,
Brunson,
it's
dude.
not just Carl Anthony Towns,
No.
McBride, and 2 first-round picks.
right.
It's Carl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, or Michael Bridges and more and
Right.
picks.
Yeah.
I just the thing is you'd have to give him more contract wise because Giannis is. I mean, Bridges or OG and Carly Towns are expensive.
Yeah.
But if you're the Bucks, why take anything less?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You're not going to want to give up.
And listen, I
Giannis for
talked
nothing.
about this 2 episodes ago. If I'm Giannis, I would almost be okay staying at least one more year in. Hear me out though.
It's going to be half tank mode though. That's the thing.
But at the same time, but why? Why? Because you got to think like they have a solid team overall. It's not the greatest team, but it's a solid team. And Giannis is a
the
freak.
tough part is they're losing guys. Like
Yeah.
Lopez is out.
Yeah, but
Kuzma's in. Lillard's done for season. I think Portis is a free agent.
yeah.
They could listen. They could sign guys.
My whole thing was
or they
like,
could trade Dame, but the thing is,
but
nobody's
who's
going to really take
who's
him.
even good in the Eastern Conference anymore?
Nobody, but I still don't think they stack. I think the Bucks next year without Dame would be 7-8. I would put even Celtics without Tatum above them. I would put.
Dude, if they lose Giannis,
Knicks,
they're going to be the worst team in the
they'll
NBA.
be the worst team in the NBA. They will be one of the worst teams, 100%. You would be. I'd put Knicks above them. I put Sixers above them. Pacers, Cavs. Probably not Heat, but maybe Heat. Heat are bad.
Heat aren't bad.
Tough. Magic.
The Magic.
there's a
are nice.
lot of
I like
teams.
the Magic.
There's a lot of teams I'd put above them,
Fair.
unfortunately, just because they don't have anybody else. they're going to be struggling without Dame. They were struggling this year without Dame. They're struggling with Dame.
Yeah.
It was such a mess. Doc Rivers is past his prime in coaching. Yeah, I don't like it. I would like, I don't know. I want Giannis to go to a team where he can win right away. Could
No,
it
I
be
agree.
the Knicks? Maybe. Could it be a sneaky team like Dallas? Maybe. I've been saying since the beginning, I think Minnesota should throw everything at Giannis. They were so close.
Yeah.
Why not go after Giannis to be a 2 option to Anthony? Not 2 option.
If I'm
Anthony.
Giannis, I don't want to go on the West Coast.
It's fair. It's fair. You wouldn't want.
I don't want that competition.
First,
Get me on the
first
East.
I threw out 2 was Orlando. Would be an interesting.
Orlando
spot
would be
from-
sick.
Where it would be wide. Where they're a team that's about a 6-7 seed next year.
Yeah, but if they
Which would
get
put him to I think with Giannis would put him to a 2 seed with
Right.
Paolo, maybe Franz if they don't lose
Right.
him in a trade,
yeah,
and then nice little young court. I think Magic would be an interesting one. The other guy we keep talking about, this will be the talk of the offseason. Probably mention him every episode until they get traded. KD would be the next one, possibly to the Knicks. You wouldn't have to give up as much. I think you could just give up an OG or it's perfect for the Phoenix. Now that I just thought about it, popped in my head, what if Phoenix just says, listen, we made a mistake trading you the first time for KD.
goes
Let's
back
send
to
Bridges.
oh.
Let's get Bridges back in this deal. Let's send KD, match the salaries, send us a first-round pick, maybe McBride, and let's be happy again. We made the mistake of trading Bridges in the first place.
That'd be interesting.
Let's trade him. Let's get him back.
If I'm Bridges,
and
I'm
let's
like,
run.
screw that, dude.
Yeah,
I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. want to
But
go
then
back to
again, he
Phoenix.
becomes more of a scoring option.
You're right. He does.
Which
He's
maybe
their
he
one.
wants for his
He
career.
would be their one.
Maybe
no?
he wants to play Bridges. Nah, Booker.
Oh shoot! I forgot
Yeah.
Booker's there.
Yeah.
Better than Beal.
Oh, Beal's gone.
Is he?
I think Beal's gone.
Good.
Apparently, there's been reports out of.
Well, he had that crazy trade clause, didn't he? Didn't he have a weird
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was already tough enough for him to get traded to
Phoenix?
Phoenix.
Yeah.
He had to waive the trade clause, and then it wasn't even a big trade to get him out. It was like a 3-team trade that sent like Chris Paul away,
Mhm.
Ayton to Portland. It was like a whole thing. Yeah, I not a big. I think Bridges is good. Not a crazy scoring option. I don't know. Phoenix needs to get rid of KD, needs to get rid of Beal, reset, build around Booker, get young pieces. It's not going to be next year, but maybe it's the year after.
Yeah.
You can really compete. Because if you can't compete with KD and Bradley Beal with Booker,
Right. That's tough.
you need to reset.
You got to figure something
somehow.
out. Yeah.
So let's move on to the NFL. Touch on the NFL a little bit.
Yes.
In the last week, Aaron Rodgers finally signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Why it took so long when it just felt inevitable, I don't know.
You want to know what? I
He
actually
definitely didn't want to train.
that's what it was.
Yeah, it
Because
had
last
to.
year they gave him a bunch of crap because he went to Egypt. He was doing his thing and blah blah blah. He didn't want to deal with that this year. So
Well, this dude's
I don't.
old.
He
doesn't-
hasn't even signed.
Realistically, he doesn't need to.
I agree.
I
He hasn't
get
even
it.
signed yet, has he? There's no contract.
I know it kept saying expected to sign,
Expected,
but he
yeah.
also no, and maybe he did because he did show up to camp for a press conference the other day.
Did he?
So, but also people do it without inking their deal. It's kind of a liability thing.
Yeah.
But I wonder, did he get the playbooks? Did he
Yeah.
kind of have that? I
Well,
assume.
I mean, he's been playing with DK this whole time.
he has been.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
He's been
He
throwing the
has
ball
been.
around. Do you think they're going to be good this year? Do you think this is a good thing for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Compared to whatever other option they had, yeah.
Me too.
There's a lot of Pittsburgh fans like their quarterback room before with Will Howard.
Well, they
I
liked
don't
it.
think it was gonna get him anywhere, dude.
No, God, no.
I don't think Will Howard's that good.
Well, I mean,
I'm sorry to our
I-
5,000 Steelers fans that work with Hobby.
yeah.
They're not that. He's not that good.
The thing, yeah.
I get he won a college national championship.
So did, yeah.
He ain't built. I don't think he's built physically for
No,
the NFL. to
I
be a
mean,
great-
I think his trade draft kind of reflects it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's a good player.
he's
like,
an AJ McCarron at best in the NFL.
correct. Like
McCarron,
he's
literally at
going to be a nice backup. You know what I mean? He'll be
So
a
he did sign. He signed one
did.
1 year, $13.6 million.
13.6 million.
Officially
Okay.
into the deal.
I wonder what this is going to do to Aaron's card market. I think it's going to boost it back up.
I
Because-
don't like Aaron Rodgers, but I think he'll have a decent season just because he's in Pittsburgh.
So I've been kind of like playing around with the whole, I think mental situation that's going
Mm-hmm.
on over there because we saw it. It did not work in New York Jets, right?
that was
Him
that
and
was bad.
Well, the thing is like Aaron Rodgers, I've learned is like an alpha male. Like he needs to dictate, right? And it sounds kind of contradictory, but like Robert Saleh kind of let him walk and do whatever he wanted. And then when crap hit the fan, he got Robert Saleh fired. Like, let's not beat around the bush.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. I don't care what he says. I don't care what anybody says. He didn't want Robert Saleh there anymore. So what happened? He got him fired, right? And then crap still hit the fan, and he gets traded. Now, I think it's going to be a better situation with Mike Tomlin, who's even more of an alpha.
Oh.
Aaron Rodgers wants that. He wants a coach that can almost put him in his place and coach him.
Well, in so many situations, quarterback, I don't want to say dictates the organization,
Right.
but like dictates it a little bit.
Yeah.
No, with the Steelers, Patrick Mahomes could go in that situation. It's Mike Tomlin's.
It's Mike Tomlin's team. Agree.
It's his organization, basically.
You saw, I mean, Big Ben was very similar. He was a leader. He was an alpha. Like, I could see him on that trajectory of what Aaron Rodgers was, but he wasn't because Mike Tomlin put him in his place from the time he started, and that's why he was such a good quarterback.
Maybe that's exactly what
I think that's
Aaron
what Rodgers needs. I think the Steelers are going to be decent.
They'll be decent. I think they are maybe a 10-win team.
They're in a tough division.
But, yeah, they are in a tough division. But I also don't think Cleveland's not great. Cincinnati could be hit or miss.
Yep.
And I don't think Baltimore really got better this offseason. Too much better.
I
They
think
did
they
sign
did.
DeAndre Hopkins, but he's late in his career.
I think they got better.
Think?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I don't think Steelers are going to win the division. The only thing is I really never liked the George Pickens trade because you're losing a weapon. I don't think Jalen Warren's that guy, contrary to what people believe. I don't think he's that great as a running back.
Yeah.
I think Najee really helped him just in terms of like
They got another running back too, I think, in the draft. I could be wrong.
probably, yeah.
Steelers.
But they just they just don't have a lot of weapons on offense anymore.
I
Other
mean,
than DK Metcalf,
that's
Pat
kinda-
Freiermuth.
That's kind of how they've always, well, I mean, obviously since Le'Veon and AB have gone, but since then, you know what I mean? They've never really been a team that had a powerful offense.
Oh, they took Caleb Johnson, who is decent.
Yeah.
I think he could honestly take the starting role from Jalen Warren.
Yeah,
Out of Iowa.
probably.
He had a great year at Iowa.
Yeah.
Great year at Iowa. Honestly, I'm literally looking at the Steelers draft board. Jack Sawyer was a great pick.
Yeah, they always draft well. They're
Outside linebacker.
But this is my point. What they draft first round? DT, right?
Yep. Derek Harmon.
So
Who's pretty good.
oh, he's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a monster. Him and Cam Hayward
Yep.
together, like that's the
TJ
thing.
Watt too, even though he's not showing up to
I
mandatory
saw
minicamp.
that. He'll
He
be
will.
there. Yeah.
He will.
Alex Highsmith, like they've got a loaded team. Like this
They
is
do.
this is what the Steelers have done for the last, I don't know, since AB and Le'Veon have been gone. What 8-9 years? They don't have a crazy good offense. They just stack the defense.
Yep.
And
And,
they-
Patrick Queen on defense. Like obviously they have one of the best defensive. They do every year.
Agree.
It's just as the offense going to be there, and it hasn't been since Big Ben left.
I think having Aaron Rodgers there, a leader, that this is their first leader that they've had there since, in my
Is he a
opinion, Aaron
leader?
Rodgers. I think he is.
Is he?
I don't like him
I think
as
he's a poor leader.
listen. I think he's better than what we think. I think in face value to the media,
Okay.
I agree with you. I think behind closed doors, Aaron Rodgers is a
He
leader.
does, like, listen, right when he signed with the Jets, it was he took a lot of guys under his wing. Sauce Gardner, Garrett Williams,
we
a
saw that
lot
on
of
Hard
offensive
Knocks,
line.
yeah.
Like, it was kind of like that. But is he the guy you want calling shots? And I don't think so. Not anymore. I don't know. I don't know. I just think Aaron Rodgers had too much baggage with him these last couple of years.
No, I agree.
Where, like, are you
Yeah, it's
looking
tough.
at him to be a role model? I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe that's disrespectful of me to say, but like
I
would
get it.
never look to him to be a role model.
I get where you're coming from. Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
It's going to be interesting to see how him and Mike Tomlin kind of. Now it could. What if we're just both completely wrong and they go like 2-15?
Which they might.
They could.
I never understood why people hyped up the Jets so much with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
I never understood. I always
I
thought they
did.
were you hyped them up.
I did.
I
thought they
never
were.
did.
I thought they were going to be good.
I
You
never.
think they're going to be good this year? Justin Fields.
Jets?
Justin Fields. You think he's a buy?
Didn't we go over this last week? How many wins they get? Yeah. Justin Fields is a buy. I just don't think they're gonna be that great. I think they're gonna trade some people like midseason. Sauce could be one of them.
What place do you think they're going to take in that division? Third?
Last.
Really?
I don't know why Dolphins don't get enough credit.
What did they do? to
I don't
get
think they're
better?
trading Tyreek anymore.
I don't think so either. But what have they done to get any better?
Not much. I don't think they end up trading Jalen Ramsey. But you have
But
Waddle Hill.
you want to talk about a
Third-year
a toxic locker room,
It's
though.
an interesting locker room.
And their coach kind of is all over the place.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm trying to remember exactly.
Like, would you buy Tua right now?
I mean, I think he's down. So honestly, maybe.
Yeah, I would.
Like, I don't think he's a bad buy.
Him, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields.
Kenneth Grant, DT out of Michigan.
He's a beast. I thought that's who we were going to
Jordan
sign.
Phillips is a good draftee. Jason Marshall. I'm trying to see who they drafted this year.
The Grant
I'll
kid's
just say
from
Quinn
Michigan,
Ewers.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's a monster.
Yeah, he's pretty good. And then the second round, they took out of Arizona, Jonah Savianea, out of Arizona guard. They did get crazy better, but I just don't think they're that bad. I tell you, the Patriots are not better than them. I think the Patriots are going to be bad this year. Maybe, honestly, they could place last behind the Jets. Patriots aren't that good.
Interesting.
You don't listen.
I think the Pats are going to be decent. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
You want to hear a hot take? I actually don't even think I've expressed this yet. This might be a very hot take.
Oh,
I don't think people in the car market.
We get a lot of Pats fans in our.
I don't know if the car market's going to like this.
Drake May.
I think Drake May is a Sam Howell at best.
I think
Drake May is a Sam Howell.
Is it because they both
best.
went to UNC? Is that why you say that?
I think it plays into it.
That's
I don't
messed
think Drake
up,
May is
dude.
that good.
It's messed up.
I've never thought Drake May is that good. I don't think he has the offense in New England to help him. Running back situation, bleh. Wide receiver situation with Diggs, bleh.
Yeah.
Do they have a tight end? Bleh. Defense, eh.
Their defense is
Coaching,
nasty.
It's all right.
Dude, their
Chris
defense
Gonzalez is good. They lost a lot of guys.
Did they?
Losing Judon last year, not ideal.
They got
Defensive line
Duggar.
isn't great. Coaching, Vrabel, great coach.
Yep.
Love Vrabel.
That's
Organization, bleh. Run by Kraft, eh. No more Belichick. That's a conversation we haven't had. Oh my gosh.
Don't even get me started as a Heels fan.
I don't know. I don't understand the hype on Drake May.
If you had to rank the teams in the AFC East,
low-key,
first to fourth.
Low-key might go Bills, Dolphins, Jets, and Patriots. Now that I think about it more.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't think Diggs is going to add much to that offense.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think the Dolphins make the playoffs? Wild card? No. Yes, no? Maybe so.
Maybe. Because I think when Tua is healthy, dude,
He's a beast.
They win games.
They do win games. He's
when
just
Tua
got
is not healthy,
right.
they can't win a game to save their life because they
Agree.
never have a backup quarterback
Agree.
to fill in. If Tua's healthy, I think they sneak into wild card, yeah. I
hope
think they
so.
can win 9-10 games.
I freaking love Tua.
It's going to depend on where Cincy
I ever
is.
tell you that like during the 2020
You
draft,
wanted Tua.
I wanted Tua.
I kept
not
telling
Herbert.
my cousin's a big Dolphins fan. I kept telling him, bro, you want Herbert.
He had such a
Herbert.
crappy season the year prior, Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, but Tua was coming
I
off the
get
hip injury. I was just
Yep.
excited. I'm glad
I
we
understand.
didn't.
I understand.
but-
Herbert's great. I think you guys would have fine with Tua either way. I think Herbert's better long term. I don't think you would have missed either way. Tua's not. I don't think Tua gets as much love as
He does not at all.
he's a
But
good quarterback.
He's a great quarterback.
Accuracy. People don't.
He's one of the most accurate, if not the most accurate in the NFL.
And in college football history,
Yep.
not talked about enough. The only people just don't give enough credit because of the weapons with Tyreek and Jalen Waddle he has. Because he throws short
That's
routes.
not his fault.
Because they run crossers,
Right.
kill the defense, and then just take it 20, 30 yards. It's not like
Right.
it's
He's just doing his job.
yeah. Another wide receiver whose market's going up in the last 30 days, up 27%. And honestly, I've seen a lot more traction in him when I've been over on Blitz from football. Keon Coleman has been getting some love.
That's good. I
He
love
was somebody
Keon
I was thinking
Coleman.
about keeping in my
Right.
in my fantasy league this year.
Well, they got rid of. They
he's
got.
my like 8, 9, or he's like 10th round pick because we keep draft pick wise.
Well, Matt Collin isn't there anymore. I don't believe. I think he's gone, and he was like their deep threat.
Yeah,
and
no,
like Keon
Amari
had.
Cooper hasn't re-signed with them.
Yep. And
So it's really Keon or no one.
and James Cook, I don't know if he's resigning. So it's like.
Yeah, I think he
there's-
was holding out last time I checked.
Well, yeah,
for an extension, which he
sold-
deserves.
He sold his house in Buffalo. He's pulling his big
Brother.
brother's move. Dalvin. And look what happened to Dalvin.
I
hope
can't
I hope he
imagine
doesn't
they
leave.
trade him.
I wouldn't. I don't know if
I
I'd
can't
pay him though.
imagine because he's have like one, 2 more years left on his contract.
Yeah.
Or probably last year.
I mean, just
They can
statistically,
easily tag him
running.
next year.
This is my thing: is like skill position players. They don't really add Super Bowl value to teams. I mean where they
Honestly,
could utilize it? Like I would rather have them spend money on their defense,
Yeah.
and load up
You know
on some
what?
of those players that matter more, in my opinion. And it's no disrespect to James Cook. I love James Cook, but
I think I was finally proved wrong this season. So I always had this take. This was this take I stood by, is that Super Bowl teams don't pay running backs. Super Bowl champion teams don't pay running backs until this year, because Saquon was that offense. He was that offense. This is the first time probably in a while.
agree. I
that
agree.
a Super Bowl champion
Yeah.
paid their quarterback. Chiefs, Pacheco. Rams was like Cam Akers that year.
Oh, 20, yeah.
That year
Like
before,
21,
Tampa
22,
Bay had
yeah.
Leonard Fournette, but he was on an expiring contract.
Yeah.
Old. Kansas City before. I don't remember who was on it last time.
Clyde
We had San
Edwards-Helaire,
Francisco.
I don't even know.
Clyde or Kendrick West. New England was always like LeGarrette Blount. Last Philadelphia, couldn't even tell you who their running back was.
Kenneth Gainwell. Miles
Yeah.
Sanders.
Yeah. Denver was like, I don't even remember when Denver won. Maybe Monty Ball
Monty Ball, yeah.
when he was crying and New England before.
Yeah, it was.
LeGarrette
That's
Blount
crazy.
again.
I haven't heard that
Seattle
name before.
was Lynch.
Lynch.
But,
But
like,
he wasn't getting a bag like
Lynch
that.
is an outlaw. I'm telling you, don't pay your running backs.
I agree.
Pay defense,
Yep.
quarterbacks, and offensive line.
Saquon was the exception this year, and it helped that his team, I mean,
Team was
you could put a
unbelievable
blind
around
man
it.
in the backfield. He's getting 1,000 yards. I mean, that offensive line was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. Am I wrong?
You could put. I'll chance you could put you in the backfield. Yo,
Fair.
low-key, when I was in modified football, I was a decent running back. You could put me in the backfield.
Okay.
I was a decent running back. I got touchdowns, man.
Hey, that's fair.
I think I could move against. Okay. All right. I got something for you.
Okay.
All right. You get 50 attempts to get 5 yards against a NFL defense. Are you getting 5 yards in any of those attempts?
Do I have an offense? Who's my offensive line? The Philadelphia Eagles?
Let's go middle of the pack. Let's go Miami Dolphins.
No.
You're not getting 5 yards. 50 attempts
No.
to get 5 yards on on a true NFL defense.
And like I'm not gonna get hurt no matter what, or like I can get hurt. I get like 3 plays and I'm hurt, dude.
Yeah, I get that.
Honestly,
No, you don't get hurt.
I'm a 155, 160 pounds. Okay,
Yeah.
they would murder me.
Okay.
I would die.
All right. Let me
Would
pull-
you? I think I
I'd
didn't.
like to think so.
I didn't play football either, so like
I like to think so.
you probably could.
No, I probably couldn't. Let's be honest. I think I could. No. Yeah.
Do I have a fullback? If I get a
No.
fullback, dude, and I'm
Probably
just
not.
I
Probably not.
maybe I could. 5 yards. That's it.
Would you be quick enough?
I think yeah. Actually, you want to know something? I changed my mind. I think
It's
I could.
not 5 yards total. 5 yards in one play, I'll say.
Oh no! Go God no! God no! 5 yards total? Yes. 5 yards one play? God no! No.
Okay. All right.
Nope.
I'll switch it up. 50 attempts. Derrick Henry's coming right after you. Right to you. Can you tackle him once?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I don't think so either.
I don't think I
I
could.
don't think
dude.
either
I
of
don't.
us could.
I think if it's me and you, I don't think we take him down once.
You go for the knees. I go for the chest.
Yep. I don't do. I really
Go
don't.
for the WWE.
His one leg is bigger than me, like as a human.
Okay.
That's
Dang.
concerning. You think you could, dude? You think we could?
Me and you.
I gotta
50
see him.
attempts.
I gotta see him in
One
person.
tackle on Derrick Henry. Maybe.
I gotta see him from like me to the wall and just do a quick little sprint.
It's tough. It depends. It depends.
'cause I've never seen a
open field
person-
tackle. No.
Yeah.
If we're going at an angle, yeah, I think we could.
And like we make contact with him. Like he's not juking us at all. Like we make contact with him. I think we could take him. Eventually, we'll take him down at like attempt 40. Do you see where I'm coming from?
It's like, dude, it would be like the Derrick Henry, Josh Norman.
Yeah, literally, it'd be bad. Only worse.
But the thing is, he's got to take down 2 of us.
Like, have you ever seen those mascots playing against the kids?
Oh my gosh.
That's what I
so
feel like
funny.
it would be like, dude. That's what you know what I'm talking
I
about?
know exactly what you're talking about. It's always
We
the
would be the
Colts- it's always
kids.
the Colts mascot.
He would be the mascot and just steamroll, murder us
I'm telling you, at an angle, 50 attempts, I think we could do it.
once.
Open field tackling? Nah, we're screwed.
Yeah, we're screwed.
We're screwed.
Fair.
Yeah, that'll play. Derrick Henry's a big man.
He's big.
All right, on to the MLB.
Yes.
Kind of continuing on. We had Whatnot Maine had Brady House on this
They
week.
did, yeah. Shout out Brady.
McCarthy. Brady,
Beast.
seen Brady's name thrown a lot recently.
I did.
Brady's name has been going on a lot
That'd be
recently.
freaking sick if he got pulled up soon.
Nationals just set down a couple guys that
Saw that.
could lead to a Brady House promotion.
I do want to say something real quick. We get a lot of Phillies fans in our chat, and they like to chirp me as Pirates fans. Well, guess what? They were cleaning the house this past weekend. You want to know who? You want to know who? You want to know who came and helped? Paul Skeens helped them
Yeah.
sweep the floor.
I know.
How about freaking sweep by the Pirates?
Yeah.
Take that, Phillies, you bunch of losers.
They even had Wheeler on the mound, still lost.
Loser.
Yeah.
Ranger Suarez, he's so good.
Had
Sucks.
a great year last year too.
Yeah, last year, cool.
Yeah. No, good,
Not
good
as
for
good as the Pirates this
Maybe they
year.
won't trade Paul Skeens now.
27 and 40 right now.
Dude, if I'm the Pirates, I clean.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I get rid of everybody.
I don't know.
I sell the stadium.
It blows my mind when they have guys like Brian, not Brian O'Neill.
Reynolds.
Brian Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Hey,
Ryan Reynolds.
Deadpool. And they don't trade him.
We just paid him.
I know.
We just paid him 2 years
You have
ago.
a guy that you can get good prospects out of. You know you're not going to win now. And you know.
That's a guy I'd be okay with
he's
getting
a
rid of.
guy
Yeah.
that, like, yeah, he's great. He's good.
Yeah.
But he's not like your O'Neal Cruz where, like, he's your player of the future. He's like your player of now for the next 3 years.
Right.
Trade him.
Well,
A ton of teams would take him
yeah.
and get prospect. Yankees would give up a decent prospect.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Not that we need him now, but like
He's freaking great, dude.
Trade him.
I've loved him forever.
Frazier, you're probably not gonna get much. Trade him.
Jack Sawicki.
Yeah, like trade him.
Yeah.
Paul Skeens, keep. But
I wanna
if you're
keep
gonna
Paul.
trade him,
Right.
trade me.
We've got good like pitching prospects.
You do.
We got Bubba. We have obviously Skeens, Jared
Skeens.
Jones when he comes back.
Mhm.
But like, dude, Mitch Keller has been. Oh,
Yeah,
he's 1-9.
I know. He's been bad.
It's been bad, dude. I
Bad.
feel bad. But
The
Skeens has been
bullpen
winning.
started off really, really rocky for the year.
Yeah, still is.
It still is. They're blowing games left and right.
Yep.
Left and right.
Yeah. Freaking Dave Bednar, the renegade.
Yikes. Yeah, he blew like 2 straight games, and then they sent him down to like single A for
Good.
a week.
They should
something
send
like
him
that.
down to freaking youth ball.
Can we play a
freaking-
little T-ball?
Yeah, he should play.
He
He
might
should
strike out a couple guys.
maybe.
I don't know if he can get it that low. He might throw
Embarrassing.
softball.
Dave, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I want better from you.
Yeah.
Like when I chirp these players, it's not because I don't like them. It's because
Yeah.
I care about them and I want to see them do better.
Yeah. What was their owner's name again?
Big Bob. Big Bobby.
Never mind.
Robert.
Juan Soto heating up as of recently too a little bit. Seen a little bit of. I mean, not that his market really went down, but it was like he became less sought after. in the
Yeah,
beginning of
because
his
he
Mets
was
career.
sucking.
Yeah, he was not doing great. Finally starting to pick it up.
How are the Mets doing right now? Listen.
They've been all right. They've also been playing and teams like they just played the Colorado Rockies, where like
Hey, that's a good
you
squad.
should be winning. You should be winning. On pace for the worst record in MLB history.
Yeah, they're so
and
bad.
like they're 42-24. It's pretty solid. They just swept the Rockies, lost 2-2, went 2-2 against the Dodgers, swept the Rockies before. About to play the Nationals. Like talk about a great run playing White Sox, Rockies,
Jesus,
Dodgers tough,
I
Rockies,
wish.
Nationals. I mean, you're setting yourself up for a bunch of wins.
Yeah.
A bunch of wins. He's hitting up. Jack Caglione went
Got-
4 for 4 in the latest game. After slow start.
Yeah.
I don't say struggle.
People were freaking. We pulled him as a super corn the other day, and they were like, "Oh, he's 0 for 13." I was like, "Dude, he's 3 games in."
You know how many guys
like,
start
relax,
awful, right?
Jackson Holiday. Remember when he started? He was like 0 for
Really
like
bad. They sent him back down.
50. Yeah, it was bad.
And he's been all right. He'll pick it up. These guys are so young.
Right.
I mean, Caglione's also not fortunate enough. Like he played college ball. He has a lot of experience under his belt. Jackson Holiday's a lot younger.
A lot younger. He's
But,
only
like-
19, 20, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
But
nuts.
like at least Cags has
He's got experience.
a little bit of experience. But he was also he'll go down as one of the quickest guys to go up to the majors. Because he made up the majors within a year.
Mhm.
Literally within a year, the majors. Pretty cool. You don't see it too often. You see
Nope.
it sometimes, but not too often.
I think Skeens did too.
Yeah, he was pretty quick.
Pretty sure he was quick.
He was pretty quick. Then you also had Finnegan years ago. I think it was Finnegan.
The pitcher?
Yeah, made it up really quick. I remember. Do you remember? I'm trying to remember if it was Finnegan. TCU pitcher, which was crazy. Pitching the College World Series and World Series in the same year. Brady Finnegan. Pitched in the College Baseball World Series. Won it. I'm almost positive with TCU. And then pitched in the World Series for the Royals in the same year.
Did he win both?
Yes.
That's so sick.
Yeah, I believe so.
What 2 teams?
Well, let me look.
TCU and what was the Nationals? He's on the Nats now, isn't he?
Is Finnegan with the Nats or is it his maybe Nats?
Maybe it was his brother.
Couldn't tell you. But yeah, he played for TCU and then went to play in the draft. It's crazy. 17th overall pick too.
That's sick.
But yeah, so tell you what else in baseball. The Red Sox also called up
Number 1 prospect in baseball.
and called up Robin Anthony. They've honestly their trio of
Young
prospects that everybody's been waiting on are all finally up.
Good.
And
I love
playing
it.
well.
I love it.
His market's going crazy too. Robin Anthony's up 111% in the
Good.
past 6 months.
He's a freaking beast.
flying.
I know.
Flying up. Have you had a chance to watch any of the college baseball World Series?
When I was out in Vegas, I watched a little bit. They're on in weird times.
They are. There's been
Like-
a decent amount of upsets, dude.
I have seen that.
There's been
yeah.
a decent amount of upsets. I mean, North Carolina, Arizona and North Carolina kind of was a good series. North Carolina killed Arizona 18-2. Then Arizona beat North Carolina 10-8. And then in game 3, Arizona beat North Carolina. And then, which honestly surprised me, but Murray State's been an absolute heater.
Murray State.
Beat Duke in
Wow.
the series.
Wait,
Lost
Duke?
game 1. Then Murray State smacked Duke 19-9. Of course, I
Jesus.
had Duke plus 3.5. Obviously, it got killed.
I don't think I've ever bet on college baseball.
I love college baseball, but it's been so tough.
You got to show me the roads.
It's
show
been
me the ropes.
so tough. Last year was so much easier.
Really?
So much easier. This year it's a struggle. And then Murray State took that series. LSU smacked West Virginia. That was easy. Coastal Carolina over Auburn, easy. Arkansas over defending champions Tennessee, just ran away with that series. 4-3 in the first one, but then 11-4
Jesus.
in game 2. UCLA killed UTSA. Oregon State beat Florida State in that series. And now it'll be an interesting final. Not really many big names, I feel like, left. All the big, really, really good teams. I feel like
So
are knocked
Tennessee's
out.
done?
Tennessee's done. Vanderbilt didn't even make it
I
to
saw
the next
that.
round.
Yeah,
They didn't even make it out of
crazy.
the original. So it'll be interesting. I think very up in the air. I can see anybody winning. I think Arkansas wins. I think Arkansas is disgusting, especially just handling. They are the odds-on favorite too. So it goes Arkansas, then LSU, Coastal Carolina, Louisville, Arizona, UCLA, Oregon State, then plus 10,000 Murray State.
Is Coastal like that? It's cool hearing a school
Coastal
like that.
used to be really
I didn't
good.
know. I don't know anything about college baseball at all.
Coastal Carolina, I know because I used to always go to their camps because, I thought I was like,
Top dog.
yeah, I thought I was like the next, like, I don't know.
Bryce Harper.
It's funny. I was literally going to say Bryce Harper, but catcher for him.
Oh.
Because people don't remember.
You were
Bryce
catcher?
Harper was drafted because he was a catcher.
Really?
Bryce Harper was the best catcher high school has seen in a long time.
Dang, I didn't know that.
A lot of people don't know that. Bryce Harper.
Why didn't he
supposed to
play
catch-
catcher in the MLB?
He stopped once he got drafted. He switched out.
He's like, nah, I ain't playing no catcher.
It's just like you're gonna have a longer career probably in the outfield.
Yeah.
Unless you're Salvador Perez,
Right.
you're gonna have a longer career. Now he's a first baseman, Bryce Harper.
the
So is
opposite,
Salvador,
yeah.
but
Sheesh.
yeah, I thought it was gonna be nice. So
Yeah, that's
I
sick.
went to Coastal Carolina camps. Coach loved me, but not for my play.
Right.
Coastal Carolina's good. They're pretty good.
That's
I mean,
sick.
they play out in the sun. They play year round. Teams that play year round, it's tough to compete with. Just in terms of like you can train on the field
Right.
all year. You go up to like
Like Florida,
New
are they
York
good?
team, and it's like
Florida?
not
The
this year.
Gators?
They
No.
weren't that great this year. They were all right. They lost a lot of guys.
Fair.
I mean, same with like Tennessee losing Christian Moore. That's your top guy.
Christian
losing
Moore's
a lot
such a
of
beast.
pitching. Poor guy.
He
playing
get
with-
pulled up? He hasn't been
No,
pulled up.
poor guy's playing with the Angels.
He's gonna be a monster though.
Oh, he's gonna be great.
Heck yeah.
All right, so moving on, kind of wrapping up some of our talk. U.S. Open's coming up this weekend.
Yep.
Another exciting big tournament. Scotty Scheffler's favorite, DeChambeau, McIlroy, Rahm. Have you been paying attention to any of the big tournaments
No.
recently?
Not at all.
It's been a big Scheffler.
I put
Scheffler
it
show
on
recently.
when I like take a nap. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm not a huge. I have a hard time watching.
I got
golf.
out this weekend.
I mean, you see me. If you guys are watching this, I've been jumping up and down. I've got my attention span is not.
It's not there
It's
recently.
not there. Nope.
Mm.
So, but I know the names: Scotty
Yeah.
Scheffler.
Scheffler. I mean, Scheffler's on a-
DeChambeau, Rory.
Scheffler's always on a run. Always the favorite.
Yeah. I like Rory,
I'd
dude.
Probably take Scheffler.
I'm taking Rory.
The thing was McIlroy. I feel like McIlroy wins like once a year.
That's
So he
this
already,
is his
he
one
already
tournament.
got. He
Did
already
he?
won the Masters.
You're right. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if he's gonna win the U.S. Open.
Crapper.
Now he's just playing for the end of his legacy. I feel like.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. Rory McIlroy's still got a lot of game left in him, but yeah, you can take it for one a year, and that's like it. That's if even at this
Fair.
point.
Crap.
Scheffler probably win. I could see DeChambeau playing pretty well. I don't know. We'll see. I actually got on the course twice this weekend.
Good for you, dude.
Twice this weekend. I'm gassed.
Get a little activity in you.
I'm gassed. Dude, I got selected represent We
I
the
saw
Hobby
that.
at a golf tournament.
Are you nervous?
Yeah. What if I play bad? What if I play poorly?
You might get fired.
I told Al, I was like,
This
Al,
might be our last show.
if I do poorly, dude, I might get the boot.
You'll do fine.
I hope so.
I got asked to go. I don't have clubs. I don't have my clubs here.
Oh,
They're at my
just
grandpa's.
mine.
I'm a lefty. But I can hit right. I play right. I went with
Nobody in the company has
our
lefty?
Jamie's back here. I went with him last year, and I was playing righty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't that right,
You
Noah?
switch. Just switch to righty.
I'm just
That's
like that.
tough. I could switch. Like,
My dad, when I was younger, I didn't have clubs,
Mm.
and my dad's right-handed, so I used to just fire his Callaways into the
Dude,
woods
Carl's
using
playing.
right hand.
I know Carl's definitely nice.
Carl's nice.
Moving on to talk about some news in the hobby.
Yes.
Did you see that at FanFest there's gonna be $2 million
did.
display of cards?
So sick.
They did something
I wanna
similar
go there.
last year. I feel like
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was national. I think it was Fanatics Fest where they had the PSA display of a bunch of big cards.
Listen,
$2 million. I don't know.
I don't know if the National and Fanatics are like in a friendly competition.
Probably.
And like I'm a National guy, but like, dude, the Fanatics Fests have been insane.
There's
Have you
some-
seen the guest lineup for that?
It's unbelievable. You can correct me if I'm wrong, and I'll be careful how I say this. I feel like Fanatics Fest is a show.
Agree.
It's a spectacle.
It's
rather
not-
than the true focus of cards.
Agree.
And
Agree.
that's
Yep.
not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
It's not a bad thing.
It's it's an introduction into what the hobby
Yeah,
is. You know what I mean?
But if you are more with the
A
into the hobby,
seasoned
and you
hobbyist.
that's what you're there for, and that's your true passion. It's
National.
like national. It's obviously nationals
Agree.
is better.
Agree.
Fanatics Fest will give you a little bit of it, but you'll also get the show at the same
Agree.
time. But it's the best of both worlds. It's
Yeah.
not a bad thing, but it's definitely more of a spectacle Fanatics Fest, and which is pretty cool.
Agree.
But no, the display would be awesome. They should bring the Paul Skeens card. I don't know if the Knicks will
Ooh.
allow it,
Yeah, I don't know.
but they should
That
bring
would
the
be
Paul
sick
Skeens card. It's
though.
pretty
I'm
cool to look
surprised
at.
they didn't bring that up.
Yeah,
I'm surprised that's not going to be there.
I'd be curious of what you see.
One that's not on this list. I don't know if you saw it, but I think it was recently. I was just scrolling through Instagram the other day. Kobe Bryant's Achilles game shoes were just sold.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. 200, 300K, 400K, something like that. Friggin' sick though. I'd want those.
And interesting how those shoes go on sale.
Right?
Who was just sitting on?
Right. Who even
I
has
can't
it?
imagine he just gave them to a fan as he was walking out
Right.
after he tore his
And
Achilles.
I don't think his wife would sell it.
No.
Right?
Yeah. Did the Lakers have them?
Could have been the Lakers.
Did team manager take them?
Could have been.
Like,
Yeah. Maybe he did hand him off. Who knows?
yeah.
It wasn't a
I'm just
playoff
curious.
game or
Like, it's
anything,
not
was it?
like when Wemby gave the jersey to the 6-year-old kid and
Right.
he sold it on Golden Auction.
Well, I mean, the flu game shoes have sold. Like
Yeah.
those have, you know.
yeah,
So
always interesting. I just feel like if I was an athlete, I wouldn't give those things up.
yeah, I agree.
But it's also
I mean, they're expensive.
it's funny because I brought this up actually with Tommy DeVito, and we were talking. You're right there too. Is like if you're an athlete and you're not necessarily like strapped on cash, but like why not just like sell anything you don't want, or literally just sign 400 footballs and sell them on eBay?
Yeah,
Like why not? You could make like an extra $100,000 easy,
yeah.
depending on who you are.
There's got to be something with licensing. There has to be.
I'd be
of
curious.
some sort.
Like why can't you just sell your own stuff?
Something in somebody's contract somewhere saying that you can't do that.
Yeah, because that's what I would do.
I thought O.J. Simpson got in trouble for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Something like that, or maybe he was stealing memorabilia or something. I don't know. He was doing some weird stuff.
So it kind of also segues into jersey from Steph Curry's first 3-pointer.
I didn't see that. That's
you didn't?
crazy.
I would want that.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's the all-time record.
If I'm
holder.
Steph, I'd want that.
Yeah.
If I'm Steph, I'm buying that jersey.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
The only thing is like why is that given away too?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like that's like your first game. It's literally it says last 2.5 minutes of NBA debut. If you're Steph, why don't you have that jersey?
Yeah, right. I'm keeping that.
Unless for some, I mean, maybe I'm literally taking a gander over this.
Maybe
real
he
quick.
strapped
Maybe he
on cash.
donated it for like facts. Maybe he donated it for some
Could've.
reason for a good cause. But
Oh,
I'm
that's
looking at
one
the
thing I
article.
never
And
thought
it
about.
doesn't seem like it.
Could have been donations.
Like why?
Yeah.
You gotta keep that's also like a Hall of Fame, like NBA Hall of Fame type.
What do you think that sells for? Is
thing.
it like $1 million? I don't know
Yeah.
memorabilia sales
I
like
think
that.
so. I think so.
Yeah.
The article literally says expect to sell for more than $1 million.
Damn, really?
I'd expect
Sick.
that. That's a big jersey. That's something like, I don't know, you're Drake. You're like, yeah, I'm buying that.
Oh.
I'm putting that in my man cave. I'm putting that in my theater, whatever. So pretty cool. We were talking a little bit about this before the show, and I've seen it
Yes.
all over social
So
media. The gold vinyl Bo Nix Downtown Gem Mint 10.
Yep.
Gem Mint 10 on it. That's obviously one nice little Gem Mint 10.
Right.
Life-changing card.
Yep.
How much do you think that would sell for?
100,
So I figured.
110 maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you
For a
think?
no, I mean that sounds about right. Maybe a little less.
Yeah.
I don't know. Downtown. I mean, not the downtown market's tricky.
The gold vinyl market is tricky. When it comes down to
is.
101s, it really like for example, Bo Nix, his 101 Black Finite just sold for a little over 100,000.
Mhm.
We used his Nebula as like a $70,000 to $75,000 chaser.
Mhm.
So I would say probably around, like, what would you rather have, the Black Finite or the 101 gold vinyl downtown? Probably Black Finite, no?
Yeah, probably.
But I'd still think that gold vinyl down.
Probably.
Yeah, I still maybe 90 to 100.
Yeah.
I would say the gold vinyl.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
downtown.
I'd probably rather go and try to get the Black Finite. But also, I'd argue I'd rather have like his shield out of like NT or something rather than the downtown gold vinyl. I mean, that's probably obvious, right? Is rather having that than gold vinyl downtown.
Yeah, I would
'Cause, I
say.
mean, that
But I
shield-
would rather have his Black Finite over the shield. Because he doesn't sign.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I wonder what I don't think I ever saw the Stroud shield sold, but I wonder what I actually know who hit that. One of our
Yeah,
buyers.
yep.
I think he's still holding on to it.
I
Though.
think so,
I don't
too.
think he ever sold it, which is I'd be curious what that would go for.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a community question.
Oh, baby.
We got a community question
I love it.
just for you, Connor. If you had a time machine, how would you use it to make money in sports card? Buying cases, buying cars, starting a breaking company like WeTheHobby,
Wow.
patent top loaders. What would you do? Because I think for me, it's like,
That's a great question.
obviously, I could say I'd buy Patrick Mahomes rookies before he started. I could say that for any player, but I guess the different approach rather than just buying a player before they blew up.
You want to know what I would do?
Hmm.
I would start a grading company.
That's so funny you say that 'cause that's exactly what I was thinking.
I would start PSA.
Yeah.
And do it the right way.
Wow, the right way.
No offense. If PSA's listening.
Okay, that's gonna be cut. No, that's exactly what
I would
was
do
thinking.
some things a little different.
That's exactly because I wouldn't honestly start a breaking company, just because I can't deal with that much stress.
No, I mean,
I don't know how anybody does it.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure grading companies deal with a lot of stress too.
Oh, I'm sure.
But like, I think that changed everything,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I think that knowing what's about to happen, I'm grading company. That's my first thought.
I guess I could say I guess maybe similar to what I'm saying, and it kind of goes with the buy cases. Is like maybe this is bad, but like when Target and Walmart's were like nobody bought the box off the shelf unless you were buying it for a
Buying
kid's
everything.
birthday.
Yeah,
I'm buying everything.
they'd be like, "Who's this?
Just to hold.
Who's this old loser buying all these
Right.
cards?" It's like you
Right.
guys have no idea.
No, I don't know because obviously, like I said, obviously I can go and pick out player by player of who I should have throw money in, like Tom Brady, all his rookie cards
Right.
when they were 20 cents.
I'd jump
something
back
like
to
that.
1952 and buy up as much.
Mickey, man, dude.
Imagine
What,
buying
that's-
cases of that and sitting on it. Billions, not millions, billions of dollars.
Just Mickey Man on
Right.
that to make, or
Or-
you go way back.
Go back, Honus Wagner.
Honus Wagner, the tobacco cards.
Now we're talking. Stealing them from kids.
Then you're making some money.
Yep.
No, yeah, no.
That's a great question, though.
There's a million. Yeah, it is. There's a million different ways you can kind of go about it.
I would originally, though, I'd hone it on grading service. I
Mhm.
would start my own PSA or BGS before PSA and BGS
Yeah.
were a thing.
I mean, I think it's interesting the patent top loaders.
Yeah.
Top loaders are getting expensive these days.
Oh, they're
and
crazy.
No matter what You need top loaders.
You do need top loaders. You need sleeves. You need top loaders.
You'll probably never go away with top loaders
Agree.
unless it's like one touches just become like. I guess it kind of goes in the realm of top loaders. You'll always need top loaders to protect cards.
Yep.
So I mean, it's not a bad idea.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because dude, I've tried to buy top loaders.
It's impossible.
They're getting expensive.
Right.
They're some more expensive than some blaster boxes.
Yeah, it's insane.
Just to buy them. I mean, luckily we're with a hobby. Not saying we're taking them, but I'm like, no.
Thief.
I'm saying we have those just by the cases
Yeah,
where we
right.
just bring them in
No, I get it.
studio
Yeah.
and we can just save top
Everything's
loader
there,
card.
yeah.
But no, yeah. So that should do it for everything we talked about.
Nice.
College baseball, NBA finals, card market, golf, NFL a little bit, Aaron Rodgers.
NHL. We didn't even talk about that.
Oh, true.
NHL. Florida
up
Panthers
2-1 right now.
up 2-1.
I
Yep.
want the Oilers to win so bad. Too.
Gross. Of course you do.
I just don't want the Panthers. I want to see McDavid win.
America.
Draisaitl.
Screw Connor McDavid.
I like Connor McDavid. I think I said last week, I think that if he can win,
He's so good.
if he can win a championship, he really puts himself up there on the Mount Rush. He could put himself on the Mount Rushmore of hockey players.
You want to know something? I am not a huge hockey fan.
Yeah.
Dude, game 1, that toe drag pass was the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. That is so unfair.
Yeah.
Did you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? The most ridiculous pass to goal I've ever seen in my entire life.
That was a crazy game.
That was a crazy game. There was like 5 goals in the first like 6 minutes.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was sick.
But exciting. I mean, game 2 is exciting too. That went to OT. Oh, both 1 and 2 went to OT.
Yep. And then 3 they got blown out.
Yeah, because
That Florida team's
Oilers
good.
scored in like the last like 30 seconds
Yeah.
of game 2. Empty net too.
They're just a bunch of bullies over there in Florida.
Yep.
You know.
Oh,
so.
they're nice. And the whole big thing right now is Marchand got traded for like
Brad
a
Marchand.
2nd round pick.
I know.
And now it's just absolutely a beast
Yep.
in the Stanley Cup Finals. So Florida could probably win it, but I would love to see the Oilers. Just give me a different champion.
I don't mind it.
Don't
Yeah.
give me a repeat. I
don't really care.
Either way. Yeah, that'll do it here on
Heck yeah.
episode 11, Buying the Hobby. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on all podcast streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. Coming up on Fanatics Fest, National soon. Probably have a lot of exciting stuff coming
Yep.
up.
You got the
here on
NBA
pod.
draft coming up
NBA draft. Hopefully get some more guests in soon.
and OTAs. Prime
and
OTA
OTAs.
season is going to
Yep.
be coming up right around the corner,
Oh,
so stay tuned.
Home Run Derby's coming up. Got a lot.
Ooh,
got a lot coming up
That'd
soon.
be cool.
Got a lot
Okay.
coming up soon. So yeah, that'll do it here on Buying the Hobby, and we'll see you next week.
We move.